Yeah.
Next year she'll have to jumping out. Yeah, yeah, not this year. Yeah.
Oh, look at that bread. Fresh bread.
But it's got to come over here to right. Okay. And these are the fourth tractor is out back by the petting farm. That we're rocking all, but we're rocking all the balls. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You need to get that piece over there for the petting farm.
That's one of the rides. Get a free ride.
Pull back. Pull tight. We gotta keep tight. We gotta keep pressure on here. Pull it. We'll keep pressure on here. Hold her making noise, those guys. Okay. Now you keep pressure on there while he tightens up. So you hold her back.
Hold it up a little bit.
Right there.
And just a little
Just
bit
kinda
that,
keep
a
it-
little bit that way. Good. Okay.
Okay.
This way.
You can do it, Bryce.
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, you can do it. Your
Okay,
turn.
there you go.
Your turn. Okay. Now you are going to turn this way.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Oh, don't turn yet. This is not enough
Are
pressure.
you right-handed or left-handed? Which hand do you right with?
What hand do you right with?
Right. Right? And turn your, switch your hands around.
No, on here. Put your hand on here, not on here.
Or
Okay.
right, yeah.
Okay. Okay. You got to turn it. You're going to be turning that way.
He needs the left hand on the ball.
Yeah, right hand's on here.
Pull back.
Put yourself back.
There you go. Now you're in business.
Okay. Now start turning.
Okay, you can start now. Keep going, keep going.
Keep going. You got to go faster. Okay. You got to be more easy.
Keep going, keep going. Stop. Stand to this side more.
Yeah, right there.
Turn your body around, the other way.
Okay. You got to
Turn
keep
your body. Okay.
Keep turning. Now this way. Keep turning. Okay, keep pressure on. Good.
Keep going, keep going. Hang on.
Wait, let's start over. It's not doing good. Let's start over, guys.
Well, we have to throw it away.
Let's throw this one away. Throw this one away. It's not working.
You know what Mel was trying to tell you? Because that's where you have a better leverage for turning. Oh, yeah. Keep going. Pull back at the same time.
Okay, pull back as you turn.
Feel nice now. Keep going.
It's going good. It's
Keep
going
going.
good.
Keep
Keep
going.
going. Keep rolling.
Keep going. You want to feel nice on this? Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. That's a good thing. You go a little faster.
Oh, this is working out really good. It's working out really good.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Good job.
Good job,
Good
see?
job. Good job. Told you you could do it.
There you go. You can do anything you try.
Okay, release the pressure a little bit.
There we go. There you go, little guy.
It was easy, everybody knew.
That's right. Hey.
You'd like to make some rope?
Well, actually, you showed me how to make rope a couple years ago in Bangor.
We're selling rolled oats. It's $2 for a 2-pound bag.
Papa's Mill. One of the rides that you could catch a ride in. And anyone that's watching, hit the like, share, and subscribe button. I would like to hear what you have to say in the comments. I'd like to hear what you have to say.
I was late this morning. I got here at 7. Yesterday I was here at 5. Yeah. We're thinking about hooking it up to one of the single model plows.
This is the other road heading north into the other side. If you happened to seen it earlier of yesterday's video. There's a lot of activity on this side. see from the tractor, you can see the belt. That's what's making that sawmill run.
They're ready. Are we ready, Lutz, or not quite yet? We have a couple more competitors probably coming. They're just busy with the rolled oats mill at the moment, but we're going to do 2 heats if that's the case, if they're able to make it. And so let's just get the timing ready and just let me know if you are ready to go. Lutz, you're ready? You bet. Okay. So competitors, on your mark, get set, go! So again, these fellows, they will be disqualified if they use the clutch or the brake, stall their engine, adjust the carburetor, drive off of the straight line, or leave their seat. And sometimes those tractors just want to go, which is good in a different kind of race other than the turtle race. looks like Preston is out unless our other two competitors happen to stall out or have some other infraction. And it looks like Jeremy is out of the race as well. It's just down to one competitor here. Watch out, don't stall out or else you will lose as well. Okay, so it appears that Henry Mare is the last one over the line in this heat. We have 2 more tractors coming in the next heat, so we'll get them lined up and ready to go. Everybody's going all at once this time. We're lined up. On your mark, get set, go! So for those of you just joining us, this is our reverse turtle race. So the name of the game here is to drive across the finish line in the slowest speed possible. Drivers will be disqualified if they do any of the following: use the clutch or brake, stall the engine, adjust the carburetor, drive off a straight line, or leave their seat. Some tractors are better equipped for this race than others. Preston mentioned earlier that his tractor is just a little too fast, so you never know. If the other ones all stall out, then you could still be the winner. So all in this race, we had Preston Fever with his Ford 9N, Jeremy Mare with Versatile, and Henry Mare is also Versatile. Maddie Shaler is with an Oliver, Milton Works with the Minneapolis GB, and Jeff Just with newer Versatile 756. So it looks like our first one out is Preston. Let's see what happens next. So it looks like Jeremy and Milton are now out of the contest, just pending the results of these last 3. And it looks like Jeff is also. So it's down to Maddie and Henry. So it looks like Henry crossed just before Maddie. So our champion is Maddie Shaler with the Oliver. Let's give them all a round of applause. So now they're just going to hold on a moment at that end and get squared up, because they're going to do this the opposite way in just a regular turtle race. So we'll see how that one turns out. going to get them lined up. Are they changing directions and going back that way?
Who do you think is going to win this tug of war? The tractor or the one pulling the rope?
Oh, how's it going? Uh-oh. Looks like it's the humans ahead.
Look at this tractor versus humans. This tug of war. Now, it's just, you could say the second round. Who's going to win this tug of war? The tractor or the humans here? Everyone here is going to be tugging the rope. Who's going to win?
Okay, we're just getting lined up here. Oh. This match is fairly even.
Oh.
So we're going to give it another go here. Oh!
Oh.
Oh! Looks like that Ford met its match. Way to go, her. Let's give him a round of applause. And thanks to all our tug-of-war participants. Great job. So today you will see power for prairie plows emerge in a variety of shapes and forms, from a braking plow powered by horses to one pulled by a prairie steam monster. And you'll be able to see and feel the impact prairie land had on the early settlers. First off, with the braking plow, we have Wayne Nodge and Lorna Lockhart. And also assisting them is Brian Fedalak. So in the mad scramble to obtain homesteads and make them productive, draft power was an urgent necessity. Until land was broken, cultivated and planted, there could be no crop and no return from the new soil. The earliest homesteaders saw thousands of square miles of prairie and parkland and wondered how they could convert portions of this great expanse to wheat fields. Getting the homestead was generally easier and less costly than getting the power with which to work it. A $10 fee was enough to establish a claim to the homestead quarter section, but the minimum number of horses or oxen required to break and work the land would cost several $100s. Nor was the cost the only problem. It happened very often that newcomers in a position to pay cash for draft animals were prevented from so doing because supply fell far short of demand. Men needing power would settle for anything available at low cost. Progress, they knew, would be determined by the success in harnessing the necessary draft animals. Mechanical power was still too far in the future to be considered, and the choice had to be made between ox power, horsepower, mule power, and what people could do with their own hands. Desperate for power to pull the plow, the homesteader often resorted to some weird-looking animal combinations to get the job done. A horse and bull might work together, and often if the farmer had no horses at all, the family cow could be substituted. Doukhobor women on Saskatchewan land pulled the plows themselves, guided by one of the men from the sect. They chose to be their own beasts of burden, as religious beliefs forbade the working of God's other creatures. The settlers' first choice was for horses, even when they had oxen. He had to be practical and deny himself many of the good things for which they yearned, because from the very first day of purchase, it was the homesteader's resolve to dispose of the oxen and buy horses when circumstances would permit. If they couldn't afford to buy 4 horses at one time, they would buy 2, hitching them up with oxen to make up a 3-animal or 4-animal team. In almost all of the work performed by the farmer, the horses were the helpers and partners. When it came to plowing, harrowing, disking, drilling, and harvesting, horses furnished the power. As wealth increased, so did the number of horses. In 1906, Saskatchewan and Alberta had about 176,000 horses, enough to allow each of the 22,900 farm operators to hitch a 4-horse or 6-horse team and have 1 additional horse for driving and a spare in the stable in case of a casualty. Demonstrators a round of applause. Thank you for showing this early braking plow. While our volunteers are doing another run, I'd like to take time to acknowledge our sponsors and donors of the Threshermen Show and Seniors Festival for this year. In the Platinum category, we had Canada West Harvest Centre, Richardson Pioneer. In the Gold, Legacy Co-op, Rocky Mountain Equipment, and Miranda Ag. In the silver was Commercial Cleaning Chemicals, Freeze Holdings, and Federowage Construction. Bronze, JDC Ag, Minute Muffler and Brake, Canadian Tire Yorkton, and Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. In the supporter category, Yorkton Hyundai, Yorkton Animal Health Center, Smith Steel, Olson Diesel, and D Signs and Design. And also thanks to our donors, Brian and Marsha Grunrid, Karen Hackman, Louis and Elaine Lahoski, Kelly and Carla Madsen, Dennis and Liz Premack, and Myra, Bernie, and Melissa Circuit.
And that's how the fields had to be cultivated back in the day.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna open it and I'll lose it. So I'm just hanging on to everything. I'll be right back.
So this engine is a 1914 Waterloo steam traction engine that was manufactured by the Waterloo Manufacturing Company of Waterloo, Ontario. This is one of Canada's largest producers of agricultural steam engines and tractors. It runs 25 to 65 horsepower, has a single simple cylinder, and a weight of 18,000 pounds. It was donated to the Western Development Museum by Fred Pohl of Yorkton. It will be pulling a 1912 six-bottom Big Dutchman Moline engine gang plow that was manufactured by the Moline Universal Company. It was originally bought from the Janeda Trading Company in Asquith, Saskatchewan for approximately $600 and was used until 1934. It was donated to the Western Development Museum by W.N. Conboy of Hanley, Saskatchewan. On our engine today is Matthew Weber and Fred Gurel. And assisting with the plow, we have Ryan Fedilak, Kevin Ackerman, Joe Hardin, and Bryce from East End. I'm sorry, I don't know Bryce's last name, but he's all the way from East End, Saskatchewan here to help us this weekend. He's one of our new steam traction course trainees, and just recently completed his steam traction engine operator's license. We went a little too deep into the soil. We're going to do the 2-furrow gang plow. And so this is with a 1925 Fordson C, from 10 to 20 horsepower, with 3 forward seats and 1 reverse. It was purchased new in the Simpson, Saskatchewan area for about $1,200. It was used for 18 years for crushing, plowing, sifting, and later years for pulling a 6-foot clipper combine. It was donated to the Western Development Museum by William Class of Punchette. And so driving that engine is Brian Brennerid, and on the plow is Louis Lahofsky. and ready to come back heading east. So again, this is a 1914 Waterloo steam traction engine, pulling a 1912 six-bottom big Dutchman Moline engine gang plow. So let's give our Waterloo steam traction group a hand. Thank you, fellas. So on the far end of our field now we have the 10 bottom hot truck gang plow. It is being pulled by a 1909 Geyser steam traction engine. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in a moment. You just watch the horseman go by. So by 1916, tractors with familiar shapes and an internal combustion engine with drastically dwarfed size made their appearance in the steam monsters become old and obsolete. Even after the tractor gained in popularity and was accepted by the majority of farmers, horsemen were still arguing about the merits of their breed. Staunch horsemen were loath to accept the advancing mechanical age and fought back with larger and larger teams of horses in an attempt to prove that animals were as economical and as efficient as tractors. They put up a good fight, but eventually they too were forced to go to a new way of farming. So let's give a round of applause to Brian and Louie with the Fortson. Thank you for your demonstration. A little bit more about this Geyser that's rounding the corner. So it's a 1909 Geyser steam traction engine, which is manufactured by the Geyser Manufacturing Company of Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. It runs 35 horsepower on the drawbar and 120 on the belt. It has a horizontal lap steam boiler and top-mounted engine, double simple cylinders, and chain steering. It was originally used by Bird, Caper and Company of Winnipeg for a demo model, then purchased by D.V. Fair of Haskett, Manitoba in 1919 for $1,500. In 1920, the engine was sold to Jacob Bartsch of Lorman, who used it for plowing, stretching, and occasionally moving buildings until 1935. It was later sold and shipped to the Garrett district to operate a sawmill. It underwent mechanical and physical restoration in 2012 by the Pioneer Fishermen's Club of the WDM Saskatoon, and it further underwent an entire boiler retubing in June of 2025. It was donated to the WDM by Lewis Slonsky of Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. And on the engine is Steve Shannon and Bruce Kemmer. both of Saskatoon. Down the center, we have a 2-furrow plow. It's a 1917 Moline Universal D, which is manufactured by the Moline Plow Company of Moline, Illinois. This runs 9 to 18 horsepower, 1800 RPMs, a 4-cylinder vertical engine with forward speeds of 3/4 to 3.5 miles per hour. It was purchased new in 1917 for $1,600 and used until 1932. It pulls a 2-furrow plow, and the entire outfit is owned by the WDM and was restored by the 68th Threshermen Club. Operating that engine today is Jeff Johnson. At the north side of the field, we have a 4-furrow gang plow. This is a 1942 Massey Harris 4-furrow gang plow with a 14-inch cut that was donated to the WDM by Sandy Evanovich. Tractor on that is a 1951 Minneapolis Moline GTB gas tractor that's owned and being operated by Milton Wirtz of Duck. Again, this is a 10-bottom Cogsett gang plow being pulled by a 1909 Geyser steam traction engine. So again, on the engine is Steve Shannon and Bruce Cameron. On the plow we have Kevin Ackerman, Rosenmeyer, and Bryce from East End. Next up down the field is a 3-bottom. Once again, coming through is Brian Jenner driving a 1944 Top-Shot 80 gas tractor with a 3-bottom Top-Shot 12. And Machinery Company, who is Canada's largest antique. This is Canada's largest antique gas tractor, and it weighs 28,000 pounds. It runs 60 to 90 horsepower, has 6 cylinders and 500 RPM, field speed of 2 miles per hour. It was purchased April 1st, 1917 for $4,700. During its first season, it pulled a 12-bottom plow continuously for 28 days and nights, and it was also used for road building. It was donated to the Western Development Museum by E.S. and H.G. Anderson of Lake Park, Minnesota.
Esto qué lindo. Mira, no sé si esto lo habrá hecho él, lo encontró y lo... This one, you did it or
Which one?
this one?
No, that was one of the other blacksmiths.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, he also did the stake turner over here with the actual leaf on
That
it.
one, yeah. Oh, doing that one also really.
¿Qué pasó? Se le metió la porquería. No, porque la tuve que buscar y no la veía. Ahí está. Pero que me esté hablando para poder darle forma.
Oye, por eso el lenguaje de caballo en caliente es mejor porque al estar blando puedes darle, sí, le puedes darme lo puedes adaptar mejor a la pata del caballo y lo que necesita. Pero para poder hacer eso necesitas tener la forma y también saber hasta qué, porque a diferencia de cuando lo hacen en frío tienes que darle mucha más fuerza, porque el calor
Look at the tractor pull for kids. The tractor version for the kids. Yeah. If you've seen yesterday, these were in the video. And come to think of it, you who are watching, hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And leave a comment down below. What do you think of what you've seen so far in the videos of what happened here at the Oregon 68th Threshermen Show and Seniors Festival? They're gonna have fun.